Oh yeah, that's true, right? As a dad, you just like that got to be tough for when you're a dad, like you kind of have already lived some life. So you were like, and not even about acting, it's about anything. And then your kid is kind of like making it like, is that, and you don't want to like probably push them too much or like, because then you're pressuresome, dude, that's got to be a real, like walking a police line or something.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole job of life. It's like for me, before I had kids, you know, I didn't really realize what my life was about. And then this becomes the central challenge of your life. And if you have everybody has complications and tricky shit in their life. And that's part of being a parent, is managing that with what kind of life am I bringing my kids into, making a good life for my children. How do we, you know, and that's part of that is my kids are growing up out here in LA. I didn't grow up in LA. I never met a famous person or an actor or anything. That shit just seemed like a million miles away to me and totally
for
fanciful.
sure. If you're in the rest of the world, it feels so far away. And then you forget after you're here for a while how far away it seems to other people. Like if you meet, you know, like just anybody who was in, and it just like, that's like, it was a
Dude, I remember I was 12 years old in Boston and I saw Christopher Lloyd, who played the dude on Back to the Future, you know? And I saw him walking down the street. I think he was doing a play. Yeah, exactly. I followed the guy for like 6 blocks. Like now I'd be like, there's this fucking 12-year-old kid following me, right? You know what I mean? Like I stalked him. Like I couldn't believe it that it was the guy from Back to the Future. I lost my mind. And it was the only, you know, celebrity, famous, whatever person I'd ever seen or know. And so my kids are now, they're seeing different stuff. Some of it's useful for them because it disabuses them of some illusions that I think are worth being disabused of. And also, but I'm also like, I don't, look, they're going to, their kids are going to kind of be and do who they are, what they want to do, which your job is to let them know that they're loved, that keep them safe, you know, provide them opportunities, and also not, you know, you got to resist the temptation to try to get everything out of the way for them, because you're not going to learn anything or develop any grit or resilience if shit's just easy.
Yeah, that's crazy. I never even thought about that. It's like you're watching them walk and there's something kind of in their path. And if you take it away completely, then they're not going to learn how to deal with an obstacle. Yeah. But if you leave it there, then you're going to have to watch them go through an obstacle. That's got to be crazy.
And it's like hard watching your kids, like even trying to climb over something. Your instinct is to pick them up, take them over. But you have to, like, yes, you don't want them to put their finger in a socket, you know what I mean, or off a cliff. But that doesn't mean life has to be hard.
Yeah.
It has to be difficult in some ways. It doesn't have to be, shouldn't be traumatic, shouldn't be, you know, awful or painful, but things have to be hard for you to learn to do hard things.
Yeah.
And this world, like it or not, is going to demand that you do hard shit. If you want to have anything, you know, if you want to be able to provide for your own family, have your own dreams, have, you know, the things that you want to have, because if you don't do it, the guy next to you is going to do it better, or, you know, or the woman over here is going to do it better, and you're going to lose out.
Yeah.
And also, you know, I don't want my kids to have that first big, tough experience in life and like kind of fall apart. You know, you got it. Like some of the best lessons I ever learned in life were from failure. In fact, for sure, I didn't learn much from success. I learned a lot from failure. You know what I mean? But the most important thing you learn is that you can survive it. You can be okay.
Yeah.
It can knock you the fuck down. And you know, it's like getting, like when I was a kid where I grew up, I mean, we used to get in fights all the time. Fight all the time,
dude. People
and you found
used
out
to
that
beat the shit out of me.
You get punched in the face, you get your ass kicked, and that's not. And you'd be like, "Yeah, he kicked your ass," and you go like, and you get up and you come to school the next day, and you know what I mean. It's kind of like
a tough day, dude. That first day was so tough.
Yeah,
they're like, "Damn, Randy kicked
I know.
your ass."
It's worse that you have to hear about it than
Yeah.
like just getting hit 5 times. It's like, yeah, you kind of get your bell rung, you know what I mean? But it's the like, that's kind of going back to that thing about like embarrassment. Like kids will suffer more from being humiliated than physically hurt. For example, like that's the shit that really is painful. But no, I don't wish to be clear that on my kid. Like you don't need to be fighting and shit all the time.
No.
But it's, you know, it is valuable to know that you can fail or have something difficult happen, really painful, or get your heart broken. Have some girl be like, I don't like, you know what I mean, embarrass you, whatever.
Yeah.
You're going to be okay. These things are not going to kill you. In fact, they actually do make you stronger if you kind of go like, okay, that was, if I didn't have some of the resilience that I picked up by my early life trying to, see that I would have just kind of given up or collapsed or had movies are bad. People say bad shit. I'd be like, and I'd fall down and never get up again.
Yeah, you'd have no experience. And it sharpens your intuition. You start to, it all learns. It is, if you can see yourself as a tool. Sometimes it's definitely harder when you're younger because some of those feelings are new and it hurts so much,
Here's the thing, getting better at anything really never feels good. Like if you're building resilience, it's not a time that you're liking. You know what I mean? Yeah. It doesn't feel good. Like, so that's when, okay, I don't like this. This feels like shit, but because it's hard, because I can't lift these weights anymore, because I can't, these other, I'm exhausted and the other kids are still, running sprints or whatever, but like those are the moments, for what it's worth, where you're getting better.
What's something that you admire about each of your children, just so one day they can look back and is that uncomfortable?
I mean, the thing that I care most about, and it's true of all three of my kids, is that all of them have like an innate like goodness of character, like a kindness. They're not trying to go out and hurt other people. They have empathy. Like they care about and respect other people. Doesn't mean, that obviously they don't make mistakes or they're perfect or whatever. But